Hello, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk, and here I have the Sony Ericsson Vivaz. I'm going to do a quick unboxing video for you right now because we do already have a couple of demo videos provided to us by the nice people at Sony Ericsson at MWC. Just going to do a retail unboxing before we actually do the full review, so won't go into too much detail of the actual operating system on the device. So without further ado, this is the Vivaz sitting right on top. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. Also in the box on top we have an important information leaflet, the user guide, which I'll open in a second, and SAR information, FCC statement, and declaration of conformity type leaflet there. The user guide itself is fairly typical of Sony Ericsson in that they like to throw in these huge leaflets that kind of fold out like a large map with all the information on it, sort of getting started, what the keys do, what the components of the device are, and so on. Covers everything like installing batteries, that sort of stuff. So that's what that's all about. Underneath we have a 3-pin UK plug with a USB connector on the top. Couple of bags that are currently empty. And we have a headset. Fortunately, we have a 3.5mm headphone socket on one end, so that's a 4-pole 3.5mm jack. Length of cable, then there is an inline microphone with a push button, and that's the microphone itself there. Then the actual headphones are pretty, they're okay. They're kind of sort of average plasticky headphones, and but you will be able to use your own headphones, which is really nice. Sony Ericsson have decided to actually start putting 3.5mm headphone sockets on the devices, which is a really good thing, because it used to be that they were a proprietary style connector. And likewise with the USB cable, we have a standard USB connector on one end and then a micro USB connector on the other. Again, it's good to see that Sony Ericsson have started to adopt more standardized cables and sockets, because we don't have to use their proprietary connectors then, so that's pretty good. So finally in the box we do have a sort of stylus where the top pulls off. It's not telescopic, doesn't pull out like some of the others do, but it does allow you to actually use the stylus on the screen, and then obviously got a length, a little bit of string there that actually allows you to connect it to the unit itself through the whole eyelet at the bottom, allowing you to connect it kind of like a phone charm on the lanyard loop there at the bottom. So let's take a look at the Vivaz. First of all, on the front with a 3.2-inch display, 360 by 640 pixels, slightly more unusual resolution perhaps, not too many devices that have that. The loudspeaker is just at the top. Have 3 buttons underneath, so your phone keys on either side and then a menu button in the centre. Then on the left hand side we have the 3.5mm headphone socket. That's where you can plug in your own headphones or the supplied headset. Below that we have a cover over the micro USB sync charge connector. Nothing really on the rest of the side. There is just like a little hole there, which is I believe for like loudspeaker, when the ringer and all that sort of stuff. So that's where that's sort of emitted there. Not sure if you can really make that out terribly well on the video. Perhaps you can, just as the light catches at the right angle. But this side is actually like a, I don't know, kind of a dark, very dark sort of metallic-y, translucent-y blue. It looks kind of a little bit more interesting than just sort of a black finish. It's pretty cool. On the bottom, well, we've got the microphone there, microphone hole, and then that's where we can actually connect our lanyard or phone charm. On the right hand side we have 2 camera buttons. We have one that's dedicated for taking stills, the other one for recording video, up and down volume control rocker, which also there, I think that's adding as a search button there. Power buttons on top, and also that's like a lock button that actually turns the display off, and so that the display becomes touchscreen becomes inactive. On the back we have an 8.1 megapixel autofocus camera with a flash, as you can see there. The camera is pretty decent. I have actually seen this demoed. The other thing that's really nice about the Vivaz, it is actually the world's smallest camera phone, or phone with a camera that's capable of recording 720p HD footage. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, it is pretty slim. So they've done quite a good job in actually getting that camera in there, especially an 8.1 megapixel that's capable of HD. Battery's already in place, as you can see there. Let me just pop that out and look at the capacity. It's a 1200 mAh battery. Now let's just pop the SIM card in like so. As you can see, there's a micro SD card already in there. That is a 2 gig micro SD card. That does come supplied with the retail pack. Only 2 gig though. So the back cover pops on just like so. Now the back cover is a little flimsy, but when it is actually in place and secured down, it's fairly solid and fairly secure. So let's just power up. While I just wait for that to turn on, I have to mention something about the weight. It is only 97 grams. It is extremely light, very impressive. When I was first handed one of these as a demo, I thought it was a dummy unit because it does feel so light, especially for a phone of its size, with a 3.2-inch display, touchscreen, everything else. Not under 100 grams is amazing. It's 107 millimeters from top to bottom, just under 52 millimeters wide, and 12.5 millimeters thick. It is a resistive touchscreen, 3.2 inches as I've already mentioned. Internal memory is only 75 meg, so if you're going to do anything with video and photo recording, definitely going to need that memory card. And if you're going to do a lot, I think you're going to want more than 2 gig, definitely. It is quad band for GSM, dual band for tri-band for HSDPA, so it's going to work pretty much wherever you take it roaming. And it's got all the other things that you come to expect from a device. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. The USB connector is USB 2.0. It does also have built-in GPS with a GPS support, FM radio, all those sorts of things. It is a Symbian OS as well. It's Symbian Series 60, 5th edition. So let's just unlock. There we go. And that unlocks the display. Just wait for that to finish starting up. So let's just take a very quick look at the home screen there. The middle item here is effectively your home screen. You can actually add customization to that as well. And you've got 5 items at the top here, which again you can change around to suit your needs. So we have one here which is like favorites. We have the Twitter application there, which obviously isn't configured just at the moment, but you can configure that. Then the middle one is kind of your home screen. You have like a media one with all your different media on here, and you can set as wallpaper and so on, which I won't do. And then the one at the end is kind of like shortcuts. We've got Orange World, Wise Pilots, Road Sync, which means that you can actually use Exchange, Active Sync, email support, and push email, which is very good. Quick Office, Sony Ericsson Sync, Media Server, Bluetooth, and you can type a new message. We've also got a settings thing down the bottom, so we can get into what the things on the shortcut bar do. So we can actually change it from Orange World to something completely different. Perhaps we wanted to put the camera in there or something like that, but that all can be done. That's pretty good. And we'll come back out of there, and we'll go back to the middle, which is kind of the home screen. If you push the button in the center at the bottom, that does bring up the full menu, if you like. So you've got things like Play Now, Internet, Apps, Camera, Messaging, Media, and your Settings menu, your log, location, all that kind of stuff. Just pop into the camera very quickly. Take a quick look at the camera, and let's put the box for the Vivaz in the way, and we'll just take a quick still. And what is amazing about the camera in the Vivaz is that it does capture very, very quickly. One of the criticisms that I know a lot of people have with camera phones is that when you actually push the button, it takes a good couple of seconds sometimes to actually record and take the photo. But this is half press for focus. Once it's focused, press again, and the photo is taken instantly, more like a normal digital camera in actual fact. So that's pretty decent. So that is a very, very quick tour of the Sony Ericsson Vivaz. As I say, we have actually had some more detailed demos at MWC. So if you want to have a look at a little bit more detail of the Vivaz, have a look at some of the other videos that we've got that were recorded at MWC a couple of weeks ago. But we'll go away now and do a full review of the Sony Ericsson Vivaz, and the review will be on site over the next couple of weeks. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and then we'll actually update you when we have things like reviews, videos, and other things go live. We actually do tweet that so that you know when there's been an update. So definitely worth following us on Twitter. On Twitter we are Tracy and Matt. So thanks for watching. We'll be back soon with other reviews of videos on tracyandmatt.co.uk.